Hi there, Kit here. And I know, first of all, I'm going to say this. I am sorry for the lack of, videos going up. Unfortunately, I had an issue. I started having breathing problems. And as you can tell by the title of this video, I got tested for COVID. Now, I'm going to go along with my, going to tell you, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to not speak properly. I'm going to tell you my experience with that. It started off a Sunday night. I lay down to go to sleep, and I started feeling like I was having a breathing issue, almost like somebody was taking their hands and putting it underneath my ribs and pushing my lungs up. That's what it felt like. It was like if I took, too deep of a breath, it would hurt. So I was like, okay, well, my asthma attacks sometimes feel like this. So I thought maybe I'm just having an asthma attack. So, I take my inhaler and I lay down and I try to fall asleep, which was a very, very rough time because every breath pretty much hurt. And so I figured, okay, well, if I sleep, maybe the next day it'll be fine. It wasn't. The next day it was worse. I woke up and I realized I could only take short breaths. I tried not to let it scare me. I tried to remain calm because if I got myself worked up, then I'd end up panicking, and I have panic attacks. So I'd end up making everything so much worse. So I remained calm. I realized after a little bit that my ability to walk around my apartment was severely diminished. I was breathless just sitting. And that was terrible. I couldn't really talk because I just did not have the breath to do it. I was so short of breath. I couldn't even, have a conversation with my husband without in the middle of a sentence stopping and taking a breath. That was horrifying, terrifying even. But I sat there and I thought about it. My husband said, call the doctor. It's a Monday, just give them a call, let them know what's going on. So I called and I left a message saying to get back to me immediately because they were busy, so they didn't answer. Well, within an hour, they got back to me and I told them it was my doctor's nurse. I told her what was going on. And she said, okay, let me message your doctor. I'm actually able to message her right now. Let me see what she says. I said, okay. She messaged her and she said, all right, she wants to set up a phone call with you so you can talk with her and let her know what's going on. So I said, all right. She said she'll call you within a few minutes of, the time that I'm going to give you. So she gave me a time, which was like another hour, more like 45 minutes later. I said, okay. I got the call from my doctor. She asked me, what was going on. So I told her. And I had a cough as well, which this is summing up to be not so good. I didn't have a fever. I didn't have, anything else to go with it. It was a severe shortness of breath, painful breathing, and a cough, which, let me tell you, when you have trouble breathing, even yawning, oh my God, it hurts so much. But I told her and she's like, well, you have two of the major signs of COVID. I'd like you to get tested. I said, okay, how am I going to do this? She said there's a drive-through office that they have set up specifically for the testing. So I had to go about 20 minutes away to a nearby town and go there. My husband was driving. We pulled up and, we had our masks on and everything else. And they gave me some papers, like if I have it, if I would donate blood for it, of course I would. But my experience was they came over and they had 2 cotton swabs. The cotton swabs go up your nose and they scrape around for 10 seconds. That burned. It wasn't as bad as it could have been, but it was nowhere near comfortable. So, and they did it one at a time. So it was shove it up there, scrape it around. It's up to the point where it kind of burns, and they scrape it around, and then they had to do the other one. I mean, it clears out your nose, I'm telling you that now. But then it was the process of waiting. My husband had to take off work because he's an essential worker. He had to take off of work until I got my results back. Then he just recently went back to work as of yesterday. So he was off for a week because until I got my results back, we didn't know whether I had it or not. And if I had it, then he had it and my son had it. That's just the thing. We wouldn't know. Luckily enough, I got my results back just this Monday and they were negative. Whew. Negative. I was so scared of that. And the thing is, like my breathing problem, it resolved in 5 days. By 5 days, I was able to breathe without having pain. And then it took another 2 days for me to be able to walk around the apartment and do stuff without losing my breath. I was short of breath for a while. Apparently, I had inflammation in my lungs due to a chest cold. So, yeah, I had a chest cold that I didn't realize I got. And it was mainly my left lung that got inflamed. And that sucked. If just a chest cold with inflammation felt like that, I definitely didn't want to have COVID. Especially since by the time you guys see this, it'll be my birthday. Actually, on the day I upload this, it'll be my birthday. That would have been the worst birthday present in the history of the world. So I am very thankful that I don't have it. But the 7 days of thinking that I might have it and might have infected my husband and my son was terrifying. And the only time I actually went out was to go to a doctor's appointment. That was it. Otherwise, I've been staying in my apartment and staying away from everybody. Since quarantine started, I've just been staying in my apartment. Even before that, but we're not going to talk about that. But that was my experience with it, and it was terrifying. It was terrifying to think that I might have this disease that's going around that's killing people, especially since I have asthma, and this is a risky thing for me to get. The good thing is my husband and my son don't have any medical problems. They're less likely to have major issues if they got it, but I, on the other hand, am more at risk. And it's scary. But the good thing is I got plenty of rest because the only time I wasn't having pain in my lungs when I was breathing was when I was asleep. And boy, howdy, did I need my rest. I was napping all over the place, sleeping all through the night for the most part. I would wake up and go to the bathroom and, stuff like that. But I'd also wake up and because when I was sleeping, I took too deep a breath and I didn't realize I did. So it would wake me up. But I got plenty of rest. I got plenty of nutrition in me, kept up, drinking plenty of water. And it took about a week to fully heal from it. And then it also took a week to get my results back. So by the time I got my results back, I was feeling much better. I was feeling back to my old self. And I'm just glad that I didn't have it. I'm glad that I dodged a bullet with this one. I don't know what happened, why I got the chest cold, because I literally been in my apartment. But apparently I got it. And it was really, really scary. So I want to stress as much as I possibly can. Stay safe, guys. Wash your hands. Wear a freaking mask. It's so easy to put on a mask. I always wear a mask if I have to leave my apartment whatsoever. If I have to take the trash out. If I have to take my dogs out. I put a mask on. I don't wear a mask around my house because obviously it's my place. But if you're going to walk out your front door, wear a mask. Put a mask on you. Put a mask on any kids that are able to wear a mask. I understand there's little bitty babies and whatnot that can't wear a mask. But if you can wear a mask, wear it. Keep up with the social distancing. Keep 6 feet away from people. And just try to avoid anything that might just seem like it wouldn't be a pretty, too good of an idea. Don't go out and do risky behaviors. That should be actually a straightforward thing for your entire life. But just abide by it, because this is there to keep us safe. And my brush with it has reinforced it even more not to get it. I am 100% going to try my hardest to protect me, my family, and anybody else I can possibly protect out there. And I hope that you all do the same. Just stay alert. Don't panic. Be aware of what's going on, revolving around this. Revolving around this? Yeah, that's right. Stay aware. Just keep up to date on everything. You can go to the CDC website. They will give you lots of information on how to protect yourself, on, what's going on currently. The WHO also has information. So those are 2 credible sites you can go to. Don't trust everything you hear in the news either, because that's a lot of hearsay and they're trying to get a quick buck. Remember that. But the CDC and the WHO, World Health Organization, they're there to help protect us from what's going on right now. This is their job. So get your information from credible sources. I'm not considered a credible source. I am not a scientist. I am not a doctor. I am just letting you know what my experience was with getting tested. Because I ended up coming out negative. I'm thankful for that. So I technically did not have it, so I cannot give you any idea on what it's like. I can only tell you what happened to me and how terrified I was in that situation. And it is scary. It is so, so scary. So be aware. Follow the guidelines that are laid out before us to keep you and everybody else safe. I will come back with more videos. I will try to keep myself on a good schedule of once a day, like I was doing. Hopefully I don't get sick again. But thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, comment down below. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell to get all of my notifications. And let's play again next time. Bye.